Hey, it's Daniel, licensed therapist. Fellas, love life not going so well. Can't get a date, nobody interested in you, can't even talk to a girl. You feeling like this guy?
I'm nothing. I'm navel and I have to lie to women to get laid. And I don't score much. I got a little dick. It's pathetic.
Hey man, you're not pathetic. Okay, well, maybe you are, but you don't have to be, because that's why your guy is here. So Chris Williamson, who is a very, very successful podcaster, had some advice on how to be more attractive to women. And he is a super attractive person himself, so let's see what he says and see if it's any good. Let's get into it.
How could guys increase their attractiveness?
The age-old question.
Yeah.
So, look, there are some immutable facts about the way that you look that you can't change. Shy of snapping your legs in Turkey, you're not going to get much taller. I apologize. I think that some of the easiest ways to do it is to go to the gym. It seems like a man's ability to protect a woman, which is seen through dominance, intimidation, muscularity, the V-taper. Those are really, really strong predictors of female attractiveness, female attraction to men. So go to the gym 3 times a week.
Life is not fair. I mean, look at Chris. Good looking, fit, well-spoken, and smart. British. I mean, he's got a great head of hair and he shaves it all off, for crying out loud. But like I said, he's right. There's some things you can't change, but there are some things that you can. And going to the gym 3 times a week, I think, is a great thing to do. I mean, I didn't know the average American man was obese and divorced and had less than 1K in the bank. So, hey, some of you guys are looking pretty good right now, but I think that's a pretty sad statistic. But oh well, go to the gym, get jacked, good advice. But I know a lot of you guys right now are thinking,
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
yeah, no kidding, not being fat is gonna help my chances. Let's see if Chris's other advice is a little bit more profound.
For a year. Like, you're in the top percentile of all fitness people on the planet if you do that. Like, that's how low the bar is, right? Also, the average American man is obese, divorced, with less than 1K in the bank. That's the average, right? That's such a high bar, man. Dude, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to, like, women don't just want average. Yo, that's average. Is that an unrealistic bar for you to get over? Obese, divorced, less than 1K in the bank? Go to the gym 3 times a week. I think spend time around places that have women in. Low stakes, CrossFit gym, ping pong club, book club, comedy club, like yoga, Pilates, Reiki, whatever you are interested, painting, watercolors, whatever you're interested in. Because if you can finger painting, is that what you're doing?
No.
If you can have low stakes interactions with women, I think that you will build up the ability to communicate with them and not feel the pressure a lot of the time. Like Destiny, again, really great piece of advice from him. Like, a lot of people said, like, how come you seem quite confident with women, despite the fact that he's not like some, like big hulking dude. He said, I had a lot of female friends when I was in high school and college, and that resulted in me just learning how to talk to them. I think that for guys, just learning that they're not quite as scary as you think is really close to a proxy for confidence. Like, it's not that you're not confident around women, although it might be. A lot of the time, it's just you're fucking terrified of them. And if you can get rid of the terror, the confidence, whatever confidence, even if it's a small amount, should blossom an awful lot. It's like lots of guys are just so scared of talking to women. It's like, spend time around women.
Good advice, but to me, this advice is more about not being anxious more than it is increasing your attractiveness, which I agree is related, and it's a very common barrier when talking with women. And so basically what Chris is talking about is the psychological principle of extinction. And basically what extinction is if you experience something over time, the potency of that experience gets lower. And that's what we do in exposure therapy. So let's say you're afraid of heights. The first thing we would do is give you tools to help you regulate your own emotions so that you'd be able to calm down when you need to. And then we do something like guided imagery, pretend you're on the top of a building, but you're in the therapy office and you're able to calm down. Then we would gradually raise the stakes. Maybe you get up on top of a chair. Maybe one day we would climb a flight of stairs and look off the balcony, and eventually we'll take you to a tall glass bridge in the middle of a canyon, and it looks something like this. Okay, I know he's terrified, but that never gets old. But really good advice so far from Chris. And fear is at the heart of insecurity. So losing that fear is adjacent to confidence, what Chris is saying. And I agree with that.
Find a place where your unique characteristics are an unfair competitive advantage. So people like competence, right? People that are competent are sexy, whether it's man or woman. Let's say that you played tennis when you were a kid for like 6 years. Everyone did some sort of a sport usually. Say you played tennis. If you go and play pickleball now, that muscle memory will kick in, and within 8 weeks, you'll probably be one of the best pickleball players at your local park or whatever. Guess what? Hot chicks in skirts play pickleball. Go play pickleball.
Is that true, Jack? No.
I mean, but then again,
Are you derogating the Las Vegas pickleball talent,
look,
Jack?
I don't want to say anything.
Every girl playing pickleball in Las Vegas is hanging on every word here.
First of all, I want to apologize to all the ladies that play pickleball at Sunset Park Pickleball Complex here in Vegas. Not my cup of tea. I don't find that there's a lot of girls in skirts that are attractive playing pickleball there. However,
move to Austin.
When there are, I would love to, maybe. When there are girls that are attractive, they're accompanied by a harem of men.
Oh, interesting.
So a lot of the times, like I will see, like on the occasion where I do see an attractive girl there, she's got like 6 dudes.
Okay.
That she's playing.
So what do you do in that circumstance? Do you?
I go in and I swoop the girl and I say, "No, guys,
work on
I
your,
got this.
Work on your drive and drop shot for 6 weeks, and then come back.
Possibly can't. It can't be improved at this point.
Or
It's
Jack,
just,
okay,
you could be her friend until she breaks up with her boyfriend, and then you can get in there.
That's
after
genius.
years.
That's genius.
That's a long play.
So Chris gives this advice about competence. Hey, if you rule the pickleball court, the cornucopia of tens and short skirts are going to come flocking to you and throw themselves at you. But yeah, not really. Jack really pushes back on this with his own personal experience, and I feel like by the end of this discussion, he somewhat debunked this advice. But I do think that there is validity to what Chris is saying, but I feel like it applies much more to a setting like high school, where that social currency is just weighted so much more. Hey, look, in high school, if you're talkative and funny, or if you're good at sports, the women will flock to you. But I don't know if that works as an adult. As you get older and you get into adulthood, things change. So working at something like that, I feel like is diminishing returns. So let's take me for an example. I swam in high school. I swam club. I swam a lot. But what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to join the local adults swim club and hopefully there's a single beautiful woman there for me to date? I'll tell you this, if I join the local adult swim club, that beautiful single woman is gonna embarrassingly lap me in the pool. That is not gonna help my chances dating her. This advice could possibly work, but I just don't see it working too much, and it looks like a huge waste of energy to me. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so go to the gym, spend time around women. Like you think, like, no one expects they're going to be good at doing something without practicing. But one of the weird things about dating is that there's no such thing as game tape, right? You don't get to practice chatting up a woman. It's like the competition floor and the sandbox practice thing are one and the same. So if you can remove some of the pressure by just like having conversations with women at work or when you're at a bar and not trying to chat them up, just being like, hey, do you see that whatever thing? Like you're not there to try and get the outcome. Because I think a lot of the time, the reason that guys get nervous about trying to talk to women is that they feel like there's this very binary success failure thing. It's like either I got her number or I didn't get her number. But what you're looking to do is accumulate the skill of just communicating to women in a way that doesn't make you seem like a weirdo. And you can do that with way less pressure if you just get rid of the binary of that. You're like, oh, this is now like actual practice. This is me sandboxing whether or not this is going to work. Inhabit places where people value your unique talents, right? You're really great at yoga, like whatever, finger painting, pickleball, CrossFit, whatever. Like, go do that thing. because people respect people that are competent. And you're going to, oh, like yeah, Jack's like real good. Like, I really love the way that he plays pickleball. Like, he's kind of sexy, or he's kind of whatever. Like, that's the sort of thing that I think you don't really think about. And everyone has something that's in there. Everybody has some of these unique assets that can be valued.
So it's more of the same. Some good stuff in there. I like the part about just talking to women and getting comfortable. We talked about extinction, and I like that. I'm not so sold on the competency argument, but I think it has some merit to it. But do you know what piece of advice that I really like from him? And I think this is surprising. I think his best piece of advice was going to the gym. And I know I'm a therapist and I deal with the mind and emotions, and going to the gym is strictly physical, but I think I like that the most because it most aligns with the advice that I would give. And that advice would be to work on yourself. Go to the gym 3 times a week. Get buff, get healthy, get disciplined, work on your mindset, work on loving yourself, work on your skills, work on your spirituality. Just forget about the girls for a minute and work on yourself. And I believe if you work on yourself enough, you'll come to a place where you really appreciate yourself. You really like yourself. And if you do that, you're going to have true confidence. And there's going to be some girl that's going to see that and find it very, very attractive. So those are my thoughts on Chris Williamson's advice. Some pretty good stuff there. But if you found this stuff helpful, leave a like and subscribe. If there's anything you want me to react to or want my advice on, leave it in the comments down there. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.